Today is the 27th of the month of Elul. We are up to chapter 132, discussing the laws and customs of Yom Kippur evening. We will be doing the complete chapter beginning at paragraph 1 and ending at paragraph 5. Paragraph 1. Our custom is that we begin Yom Kippur evening with Kol Nidre. As you are likely familiar, the Chazan, the one leading the service, takes a Torah scroll. Another member or two of the congregation will take a Torah scroll as well. Usually that second and possibly third member are one of the elder members of the congregation, or one of the leaders at least. And then, led by the Chazan, they walk around the shul holding the Torahs, giving people a chance to kiss the Torahs. By the community members kissing the Torah, they are showing honor to the Torah and thereby regret to any time during the year where they may have dishonored the Torah by not treating the Torah properly. Then the Chazan, the leader, and the other people holding the Torahs take their place by the bima in the middle of the shul, and there's a number of lines that they read in the Yom Kippur Machzor in the prayer book. Of course, one of those lines is Kol Nidre, led by the Chazan, and usually the congregation chants Kol Nidre along with the Chazan in an undertone. Before the Chazan begins the evening service, or if it's Yom Kippur falls out on Shabbos, before the Chazan says the paragraph Mizmor David Bar Shabbos, then he brings the Torah scroll back to the Ark, and the service now continues. Paragraph 2. The Chazan says this bracha of Shechianu. Shechianu is a bracha, a blessing that we make whenever we have a fruit that's new in the season. If we get a new article of clothing, we'll make a Shechianu, thanking God for bringing us to this day. And of course, whenever we get to holidays, we always begin the holiday, usually in Kiddush, with this blessing of Shechianu v'kimanu v'higyanu l'zman hazeh, that we have lived to see this holiday once more on the Jewish calendar cycle. So generally, we'll make a Shechianu in the middle of Kiddush, over the cup of wine. However, since we don't make Kiddush on Yom Kippur night, we say the Shechianu in shul. The Chazan says it, and it's best for everyone else to say it on their own as well. If you do end up saying it along with the Chazan, you don't say Amen if you end the same time as the Chazan, so the best thing is really to say it along with the Chazan, but to move along a little bit faster so they don't finish the same exact time. So you start together, you finish a bit faster, then when the Chazan finishes, you can say Amen to his blessing. Something very important to keep in mind is that ladies that said Shechianu when they lit candles should not say it again when everyone else says it in shul. Paragraph 3. Shema starts out, first line, Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Listen Israel, listen up all fellow Jews. Hashem is our God, Hashem is one. In the second line, Baruch Shem Kavod Machusol Olam Va'ed, which means, according to the official Art Scrolls translation, as blessed is the name of his glorious kingdom for all eternity, that line we usually say quietly. It's really a line that's reserved for the angels to say. So we say it the whole year, but we don't say it out loud, we say it quietly. However, on Yom Kippur, we're compared to angels. We reach the level of angels, and therefore that second line of Shema, we belt it out. We say it nice and loud together, the whole congregation. Baruch Shem Kivod Machusol Leolam Va'ed. Blessed is the name of his glorious kingdom for all eternity. Paragraph 4. There are some men, not women, but some men at least, that have a custom of standing the entire Yom Kippur throughout all of the services. This is because, just like we saw in the last paragraph, on Yom Kippur we're compared to angels, we reach the level of angels, and angels stand, angels don't sit. I have not seen this being a very widespread custom. If it's your custom, great. If it's not your custom, don't worry about trying to do it. We're fasting 24 hours. It's better to have the strength to be able to pray properly than to try standing the entire Yom Kippur. Paragraph 5. There are those that have the custom of actually sleeping in the synagogue Yom Kippur night. Again, if this is not your custom, I don't recommend going for it. But if it is your custom, then at least do not sleep near the Aron, near the Holy Ark. Sleep further back in the synagogue. And the Kittur Shulchan Aruch says that even if it is your custom, if you're the chaz and you're the leader of services, you shouldn't do it, because your job is to be up front the next day, leading services, inspiring the whole community. And if you're too exhausted to pray properly, you're not going to do too good of a job. The Kitzur Shulchan Aruch ends off with a few recommendations to prevent having accidentally a seminal omission Yom Kippur night. He says that in addition to the bedtime Shema, it's a good idea to recite the first 4 paragraphs of Psalms before going to bed. And that's because these 4 Psalms together, they contain 306 words, and when you add the number 4 for the 4 paragraphs that you just said together, then you get to 310. 310 is the same numerical value as the Hebrew word keri, which means seminal omission. So reciting these 4 paragraphs of Psalms before going to bed is some sort of segula, some sort of spiritual protection against having a seminal omission Yom Kippur night when we're sleeping. He goes into some other Kabbalistic reasons to say these 4 Psalms, and then he says just some good practical advice. Yom Kippur night, don't use too many blankets, because the warmer our bodies are, the more likely we'll have an accidental seminal omission when we are sleeping. Have a great day, and see you tomorrow.